안녕하세요. 어떻게 지내세요?
Hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
저는 관광객이에요.
I'm a tourist.
I'm a tourist.
도와주실 수 있을까요?
Can you help me?
Can you help me?
가장 가까운 ATM 어디예요?
Where is the nearest ATM?
Where is the nearest ATM?
지도 좀 주시겠어요?
I'd like a map, please.
I'd like a map, please.
이거 얼마예요?
How much is this?
How much is this?
화장실 어디예요?
Where is the bathroom?
Where is the bathroom?
택시가 필요해요.
I need a taxi.
I need a taxi.
기차 언제 출발해요?
What time does the train leave?
What time does the train leave?
음식 주문하고 싶어요.
I'd like to order food.
I'd like to order food.
메뉴판 좀 볼 수 있을까요?
Can I see the menu, please?
Can I see the menu, please?
예약했어요.
I have a reservation.
I have a reservation.
채식 옵션이 있나요?
Is there a vegetarian option?
Is there a vegetarian option?
계산서 좀 가져다 주시겠어요?
Can I get the bill?
Can I get the bill?
와이파이 비밀번호가 뭐예요?
What's the Wi-Fi password?
What's the Wi-Fi password?
지하철역으로 가는 방법이 어떻게 돼요?
How can I get to the subway station?
How can I get to the subway station?
표 하나 사고 싶어요.
I'd like to buy a ticket.
I'd like to buy a ticket.
오늘 날씨 어때요?
What's the weather forecast for today?
What's the weather forecast for today?
영어 할 수 있어요.
Do you speak English?
Do you speak English?
좋은 식당 추천해 주실래요?
Can you recommend a good restaurant?
Can you recommend a good restaurant?
가장 가까운 약국 어디예요?
Where's the nearest pharmacy?
Where's the nearest pharmacy?
길을 잃었어요.
I'm lost.
I'm lost.
지도로 보여줄 수 있을까요?
Can you show me on the map?
Can you show me on the map?
공항으로 가는 가장 좋은 방법이 뭐예요?
What's the best way to get to the airport?
What's the best way to get to the airport?
현지 통화가 뭐예요?
What's the local currency?
What's the local currency?
물 한 잔 주시겠어요?
Can I have a glass of water, please?
Can I have a glass of water, please?
제 호텔은 ABC 호텔이에요.
My hotel is ABC Hotel.
My hotel is ABC Hotel.
편도표 얼마예요?
How much is a one-way ticket?
How much is a one-way ticket?
달러를 원화로 바꿀 때 환율이 어떻게 돼요?
What's the exchange rate when you convert dollars into won?
What's the exchange rate when you convert dollars into won?
박물관을 방문하기 가장 좋은 시기가 언제예요?
When is the best time to visit the museum?
When is the best time to visit the museum?
밤에 여기서 걷는 건 안전해요?
Is it safe to walk around here at night?
Is it safe to walk around here at night?
의사가 필요해요.
I need a doctor.
I need a doctor.
현지 명소 어떤 곳이 있을까요?
Can you recommend any local attractions?
Can you recommend any local attractions?
가장 가까운 해변 얼마나 멀어요?
How far is it to the nearest beach?
How far is it to the nearest beach?
가장 맛있는 요리가 뭐예요?
What's the best dish you have?
What's the best dish you have?
저 사진 찍어 주실래요?
Can you take a picture of me, please?
Can you take a picture of me, please?
차 렌트하려고 해요.
I'd like to rent a car.
I'd like to rent a car.
학생 할인 있어요?
Are there any discounts for seniors?
Are there any discounts for seniors?
여기서의 응급 상황 번호가 뭐예요?
What's the emergency number here?
What's the emergency number here?
공항으로 가는 셔틀 있어요?
Is there a shuttle to the airport?
Is there a shuttle to the airport?
소풍하기 좋은 공원을 추천해 주실래요?
Can you recommend a nice park for a picnic?
Can you recommend a nice park for a picnic?
쇼핑하러 가고 싶어요.
I'd like to go shopping.
I'd like to go shopping.
기념품 어디서 살 수 있어요?
Where can I buy souvenirs?
Where can I buy souvenirs?
도시 지도 좀 주실래요?
Can I have a city map, please?
Can I have a city map, please?
루브르 박물관으로 가는 가장 좋은 방법이 뭐예요?
What's the best way to get to the Louvre?
What's the best way to get to the Louvre?
신용카드로 결제할 수 있을까요?
Can I pay with a credit card?
Can I pay with a credit card?
근처에 관광 안내소 있나요?
Is there a tourist information center nearby?
Is there a tourist information center nearby?
이 관광 투어 얼마예요?
How much does this tour cost?
How much does this tour cost?
현지 음식 좀 먹어보고 싶어요.
I'd like to try some local food.
I'd like to try some local food.
일몰을 보기 좋은 장소 어디가 좋아요?
Can you recommend a good place for a sunset view?
Can you recommend a good place for a sunset view?
현지 시간이 몇 시예요?
What's the local time?
What's the local time?
근처에 우체국이 있나요?
Is there a post office nearby?
Is there a post office nearby?
길 안내해 주실 수 있나요?
Can you help me with directions?
Can you help me with directions?
복숭아에 알레르기가 있어요.
I have a food allergy to peach.
I have a food allergy to peach.
자전거 대여할 수 있는 곳 어디예요?
Where can I rent a bicycle?
Where can I rent a bicycle?
여기서 주요 관광 명소가 뭐예요?
What's the main tourist attraction here?
What's the main tourist attraction here?
현지 맥주 어떤 걸 추천해요?
Can you recommend a good local beer?
Can you recommend a good local beer?
도시 안내서 있나요?
Do you have a city guidebook?
Do you have a city guidebook?
가장 가까운 주유소 얼마나 멀어요?
How far is it to the nearest gas station?
How far is it to the nearest gas station?
선셋 해변으로 가는 가장 좋은 방법이 뭐예요?
What's the best way to get to Sunset Beach?
What's the best way to get to Sunset Beach?
영수증 받을 수 있을까요?
Can I get a receipt, please?
Can I get a receipt, please?
관광 투어 예약하고 싶어요.
I'd like to book a tour.
I'd like to book a tour.
호텔에 수영장이 있나요?
Is there a swimming pool in the hotel?
Is there a swimming pool in the hotel?
추천할 만한 나이트 라이프가 있나요?
Do you have any recommendations for nightlife?
Do you have any recommendations for nightlife?
현지 전통이나 축제가 뭐예요?
What's the local tradition or festival?
What's the local tradition or festival?
좋은 하이킹 코스 추천해 주실래요?
Can you recommend a good hiking trail?
Can you recommend a good hiking trail?
입장료가 얼마예요?
How much is the entrance fee?
How much is the entrance fee?
알아야 할 여행 제한 사항이 있나요?
Are there any travel restrictions I should be aware of?
Are there any travel restrictions I should be aware of?
여기서 팁을 어떻게 주는 게 좋아요?
What's the tipping etiquette here?
What's the tipping etiquette here?
바에 들어가려면 특별한 드레스 코드가 있나요?
Is there a special dress code to enter the bar?
Is there a special dress code to enter the bar?
근처에서 스노클링 장비 대여할 수 있어요?
Can I rent snorkeling gear nearby?
Can I rent snorkeling gear nearby?
도심으로 가는 방법이 어떻게 돼요?
How do I get to the city center?
How do I get to the city center?
보트 투어에 참여하고 싶어요.
I'd like to go on a boat tour.
I'd like to go on a boat tour.
현지에서 가장 좋은 커피숍 어디예요?
What's the best local coffee shop?
What's the best local coffee shop?
안내 투어가 가능한가요?
Is there a guided tour available?
Is there a guided tour available?
영어 할 수 있는 가이드 있나요?
Do you have an English-speaking tour guide?
Do you have a English-speaking tour guide?
미술 박물관을 방문하고 싶어요.
I'd like to visit the art museum.
I'd like to visit the art museum.
쇼핑 거리로 택시를 탈 수 있을까요?
Can I take a taxi to the shopping street?
Can I take a taxi to the shopping street?
기차역으로 가는 방법이 어떻게 돼요?
How do I get to the train station?
How do I get to the train station?
호텔 예약을 변경하고 싶어요.
I'd like to change my hotel reservation.
I'd like to change my hotel reservation.
현지 전통 체험할 만한 게 있나요?
Can you recommend a local tradition to experience?
Can you recommend a local tradition to experience?
애플 스토어로 가는 가장 좋은 방법이 뭐예요?
What's the best way to get to the Apple Store?
What's the best way to get to the Apple Store?
서핑 보드 렌트하려고 해요.
I'd like to rent a surfboard.
I'd like to rent a surfboard.
별을 보기 좋은 장소 어디예요?
Where can I find a good place for stargazing?
Where can I find a good place for stargazing?
가장 가까운 하이킹 코스까지 얼마나 떨어져 있어요?
What's the distance to the nearest hiking trail?
What's the distance to the nearest hiking trail?
꼭 먹어봐야 할 현지 요리가 있나요?
Is there a local dish I should try?
Is there a local dish I should try?
단체 예약할 때 할인을 받을 수 있을까요?
Can I get a discount for a group booking?
Can I get a discount for a group booking?
베르사유 궁전으로 가는 가장 좋은 방법이 뭐예요?
What's the best way to get to Versailles Palace?
What's the best way to get to Versailles Palace?
가족이 함께 즐길 수 있는 활동 어떤 게 있을까요?
Can you recommend a family-friendly activity?
Can you recommend a family-friendly activity?
도시의 중심 광장으로 가는 방법이 어떻게 돼요?
How do I get to the city's main square?
How do I get to the city's main square?
요리 수업을 듣고 싶어요.
I'd like to take a cooking class.
I'd like to take a cooking class.
택시를 호출해 주실래요?
Can you call a taxi for me?
Can you call a taxi for me?
국립공원으로 가는 가장 좋은 방법이 뭐예요?
What's the best way to get to the national park?
What's the best way to get to the national park?
근처에서 카약을 대여할 수 있어요?
Can I rent a kayak nearby?
Can I rent a kayak nearby?
스파 트리트먼트 예약하고 싶어요.
I'd like to book a spa treatment.
I'd like to book a spa treatment.
근처에 야생동물 관찰하기 좋은 장소가 있나요?
Is there a nearby place for wildlife viewing?
Is there a nearby place for wildlife viewing?
기념품 쇼핑하기 좋은 장소 어디가 좋아요? Can you recommend a good place for shopping for souvenirs? Can you recommend a good place for shopping for souvenirs? 현지 시장으로 가는 가장 좋은 방법이 뭐예요?
What's the best way to get to the local market?
What's the best way to get to the local market?
현지 와인이나 칵테일 어떤 걸 추천해요?
Can you suggest a good local wine or cocktail?
Can you suggest a good local wine or cocktail?
핸드폰용 SIM 카드를 사고 싶어요. I'd like to buy a SIM card for my phone. I'd like to buy a SIM card for my phone.